I'm back. It's a new week, right? It's Sunday, and I promise 3 videos a week. I have some new comments on my latest video from yesterday, Saturday. I managed to answer one. I will get to the rest later. Oh, I also was suggested fat electrician. I don't know if I'm ready to react to his content. You mentioned that it's friendly, but I'm not that intellectual, so maybe I will graduate to that level. Not saying shoe on head is my level, but yeah, I think she's a girl. I'm a girl. I can kind of relate more to her, and yeah, I think she. I'm scared to open up those YouTube videos. I will take a sneak peek. Like I just saw the thumbnails and that was like, intense. So, as you can tell, just from me describing it, I'm not ready for those yet. But I did find. I did. Oops. I am clicking it on the wrong side. What the heck is going on here? Dude. Huh? Why aren't you moving? Okay. That is so odd. Sorry, trying to get my life together. I found this. Polish leader, I told you something is coming and now it's here. So, I guess this transitions me nicely into my introduction. I am a stay-at-home mom, Tarzan twin mom. So yes, I have a twin named Tar and another one named Zan. I've renamed them. Almost 2 years old. And I live in Canada, and as many might be in the same boat as me and know that Canada is really taking a plunge. It, I believe, is no longer a first world country. No. You're in a bubble if that's what you think. You need to go and see what first world is. Some of these second world countries are more first world than us right now. So, groceries, they just are a killer. I mentioned this in every video I've made so far, and that's because it leads me to staying at home all the time because gas costs too much. We're just being taxed. I can't even get little basic things like someone had a baby. I can't even gift them like, oh, here's a little welcome to the world thing. Like every penny I'm pinching. It's just so weird compared to how I was brought up in Canada, where I saw my mom constantly like, oh, the neighbor just came home from the hospital because they had something, and you gave like a get well gift basket. You would even bake things, even baking things. Like I find, what are the food apps? Uber Eats. You can find better deals than actually grocery shopping right now. So why am I saying all this? I stay at home because affording life gives me no life. And yeah, I'm going a little delirious. And I thought I would start putting my brain into some gear and socialize with the internet world this way at least. Yeah, I used to enjoy even just getting together with girlfriends on a Thursday night, watching The Bachelor, chit-chatting, venting, captioning, putting our 2 cents in, and just, chilling. But now, it just doesn't happen. So, it's very sad. My life is very different. And that's so simple, right? But everything's an hour away from me. I live remote because that's all we can afford if we want to buy a home. And I'm from Ontario, Canada. So with that pay, I was able to afford something in Alberta, which is mind baffling that their wage is lower. So, Any hooser, I'm here. I'm gonna continue with commenting on things, sitting down with you all and having a watch and just sharing my thoughts. You can be in or out. So far I've been getting nice compliments, so thank you so much. It's so nice to read comments. I really enjoy them. It's kind of sad that I got one where a lady was saying that I think very low of women, when I really don't believe that. I believe, like, if I have a friend in trouble, I'm gonna like turn purple in the face trying to help them. Sorry, I noticed in my last video I shake my camera a lot. But anyway, I will do everything in my power to make her feel worthy again. A little more background to me is I've always been in female dominant workplaces. So, first of all, born and raised by a mom, female mom with female sisters, and all my cousins, females, like to the point that we were camping one time and my dad was waiting by the phone because my aunt got into labor and we obviously were like 4 hours away, couldn't make it. And he was just waiting by the phone to find out, is it going to be a guy or a girl? He was just 3 girls in, okay, 2 girls in because my sister's younger. But he was just panicked. He's like, no, he can't have a boy. If I have 2 girls, he can't have a boy. And surely enough, my cousin was a girl. So I am surrounded by females. I've seen them all. I've worked as a makeup artist in numerous makeup stores, went to makeup school for 2 years. Then I went to Aveda Institute, which is a hair school, female dominant, maybe like two, one straight, one gay guy. What else? Emirates. I was a flight attendant, all females, except for my husband. And I got him. Just kidding. But yeah, female dominant workplace, even personal training. Okay, that's I think that's balanced. I think that was the first job ever where it was like, oh, there's like, for every girl there's a guy, actually. Yeah. Even when I worked at Amazon, most of the packers, when I was in that department, which is how I started, they were more females in that department. The men were usually on the forklift. So, and yeah, just growing up in school, I always had that one best friend. And you know what? I've formed my opinions based on my experiences with these women. So you can't change my experiences that I've had in my life. Not all of them were nice, but anyways, I don't want to bore you with my high school trauma. But yeah, I don't want people to think less of me. I'm not a woman hater. I want women to do better. I know we can. And I feel like the opinions I have on women is to kind of strengthen women and not be so easily swayed and conveyed and construed by the media, like so brainwashed. So yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with you, lady. Yeah, that's that. Stay-at-home mom reacting to some videos so she can socialize somehow. And moving on. Okay, so yeah, I want to watch. Let's move me out of the way. Get out of here, you. Oops. That's another thing. I feel like mom brain is pretty serious here. I forget my train of thought pretty often. I'm going to move this way so I can move that. All right. So, as I've already mentioned in the last 4 videos, I am Polish. Born and raised in Ontario, Canada, to 2 Polish immigrant parents. I'm 34. I am very proud of my Polish roots. So, my grandma passed away in 2017 in Poland. So, yeah, I am very deeply connected to Poland. I would visit her, stay with her for like 2 months of the summer. She was in Canada for, I guess, 9 years. So, yeah, she learned English. She assimilated very well. But, yeah, she was as Polish as they come. Like, to the point that she once tricked me into eating cow intestines. If you know, you know. There is a soup called flaki. And she was like, oh, you love this. You had this before. You loved it. And I was like, really? I'm like, okay, I'll have that soup because we love our zupe. And she serves it, and I'm like, why does this shit smell like a barn? She's like, you love it. I'm like, okay, fine, if you say so. I take a spoon. I'm like trying to get past the smell of farm animal, and I start chewing the noodles. I'm like, I'm gonna choke on this. And then surely I'm like, nah, I can't finish this. This is truly disgusting. Did I eat this when I was sick and I didn't have a sense of smell? And then she came out with it, and she's like, yeah, it's made from cow intestines. I'm like, what, babcha? What are you trying with me? So, anyway, now you know more. So, anyway, so there's this huge thing going on in Poland where people are labeling us racist. Yes, there are racists in Poland for sure. They're just like there is everywhere, and it's not okay. There's huge prejudice, even in Canada, and it's getting worse because of our situation. But the mass immigration, there I said it. But in Poland, they are right now protesting, civilians, against the government, and I'm pretty sure it's a new government they just elected. Apparently he's like full of lies. Correct me if I'm wrong, moje kochani Polacy. But yeah, they're putting it in their own hands, and they're fighting back on mass immigration because there's been 2 really serious incidents where one girl, she was stabbed. She was walking home from school, and like, I felt so safe in Poland. Like, you kind of like felt you're on a different cloud in Poland. Like, you're floating the whole time you're there, like untouchable in Poland. And like, crime can't find me. Of course, you had the like skinhead gangs. So you would see them and you just turn the other way, or you'd just walk through them and they'd be like, wait, what? But yeah, you had to be a little street smart, but not to this degree of this girl getting assaulted, stabbed, and then he tried to gouge her eyes out with like a screwdriver. He was like stabbing her up to the brain, and she succumbed to her injuries in the mutilation, I would call, in the hospital. So sad. Rest in peace, Claudia. I believe that was her name. And then shortly after, 2 weeks, a 41-year-old man also got stabbed. Like, don't touch my Poland, okay? It's my vacation home. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, it's my other home. So, anyway, I got deeply invested in a few videos played today, and I stumbled upon this guy, Tal Oran. This is not what I've watched, but I watched something else where he was covering Poland, and I like his he's Muslim. You can see the Quran. I don't know. Is he also? You can't be too. I mean, maybe. Not in my religion. If you're Catholic, you're Catholic. But anyway, I liked him. And he's extremely unbiased. I feel like, okay, yeah, he's Indian, I believe. But he speaks so much truth. Like, he's not brainwashed. I don't think he has that victim mentality that a lot of North Americans have. North American Indians. Like, I remember in high school, I had one friend named Arjun. And if you disagreed with him, he'd be like, it's because I'm brown. Like, he wasn't kidding. It wasn't humorous. He was full on, like, it's because I'm brown. And it's like, what is in your mind? No, I just don't agree with, like, so anyway, I like this guy. He's very chill. Yeah, I guess I'm not very good at articulating my words, but chill, and I find him very intellectual. Just like I mentioned, shoe on head is intellectual. I sound like my husband right now, where I'm like, so why do you love me? And he's like, you're amazing. Okay, but why am I amazing? I don't know, you're just amazing. I guess he's rubbing off on me. Like this guy, he's amazing. I don't know, he's just amazing. Okay, anyway, let's get started. Polish leader, I told you something is coming and now it's here. Oh my gosh, I always forget my headset. Let's get this on. Boom, boom. Okay. Oh, my legs fell asleep. Let's do this. Is it working?
The Polish
Oh no. Let's fix the volume. What's going on with you, dude? Why aren't you working? Huh? Be right back. Is it going? What the heck? Is it recording? What? The seconds are not going. Are you recording or not, brah? Sorry guys, I am trying to figure this shit out. It's working. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm back. It wouldn't be a stream reaction if I didn't have some kind of technical difficulty, because that's me. All right. Let's really start.
Europe. He is going to comment on the PBD podcast. I'm excited to see this. I'm Tall, your favorite white colonizer, TravelingClatt. Let's check it out.
Country has taken on the most Muslims. The millions that have come in, what country took up the most?
Love this guy too. I've seen little snippets of him, and damn, he always hits the head on the nail.
Is it UK or
UK is a different story. I would say Germany, Sweden. You have to remember there's no go zones in Sweden.
What was the question?
UK is different because of Brexit, or UK is different because of the way they...
I think it's different because, first of all, because of the Brexit, but also you've got third and fourth generation of Muslims in England now. Problems, when you see, that's the data. When you see the history of Great Britain, it's a little bit different because you've got, as I said, third and fourth generation. But when we are talking about the Muslims coming from 2015, I would say Germany, France, Sweden, Italy, a little bit, but Germans, they have the biggest problem because Angela Merkel was inviting them. Refugees welcome. Obviously, they are not refugees. I'm trying to...
I talked to a lot of Germans in Canada too, like from Emirates. I had firsthand passengers, colleagues. I stayed in different parts of Germany, Munich, Dusseldorf, Frankfurt, where else? Hamburg. So yeah, I am like an open book. I talk to everyone. I'm like one of those people who I can't stay quiet. I mean, I can. I'm not like socially not able to read the room, but I'm not someone who can be like, I'm constipated, basically. Like, it feels unnatural to me to just sit there and not get to know someone if we're both sitting at the same table and new at something. So, yeah, um, a lot of the German citizens that live abroad from Germany are kind of sick and tired. This is back in 2016. Not sure how it is now, but they were sick and tired of Germany trying to kind of compensate for World War II. They were upset with how, I guess we call it woke, Germany was trying to be. And I remember everything was closed in Germany on Sundays. And you couldn't go grocery shopping. But you'd go to McDonald's, and oh my God, I did not feel, first of all, it's McDonald's in Germany. I did not feel like I was in Europe.
Repeat it every single time. There is a legal difference between refugee, between term refugee and migrant. Refugee, by the international law, is the person who flees to the first safe country from the country of conflict. So like Eritrea, Somalia, it's not a neighboring country in Poland. You know what I mean? So they are migrants, and the worst part of it
He was just like, are you shitting me?
is that we know that Putin is using.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
This illegals as a part of the hybrid war. We had actually serious attack, a war on our border. Like thousands of them attacked our servicemen. So we had to react, we built the wall. And I think that the difference between our Polish conservative government and the rest of the world is that we do, then we talk. In many places, unfortunately, under Biden administration, the first question to Kamala was, "Did you go to the border?" She says,
One thing I'm gonna mention. I watched that recent movie with John Cena. John Cena. What the heck was that movie called that just came out? Oof. Click happy. Recent movie. Heads of State. Stupid movie. I don't know. Hollywood has something with Poland, trying to taint us, give us a bad name. Even in like the movie Wedding Crashers, there was a scene where Brittany Murphy and Ashton Kutcher were on the lawn or something, and the dad of Brittany Murphy was like totally against her marrying Ashton Kutcher, and his thing was, he's a Polak. First of all, Polak is a very derogatory word. It's like saying the N word for Polish people. Yes, I have a friend with the last name Polak, but it's a last name. Like, if you're gonna throw it around like you Polak, oh my God, it's just like, does not sit well. Anyway, getting off track. I don't like what Hollywood is trying to do with Poland's name. In this recent movie, just watch it. It is so stupid and like totally, I don't know, off facts, like not factual. It's quite the opposite of what they're trying to portray in that movie. It just is kind of a message. I took that movie as like a message that Hollywood is against Poland. So I'm trying to maybe turn people against Poland. Tell me if I'm wrong, just watch the movie. Maybe I'm being paranoid like Arjun.
Did you? She says, oh, I didn't. I didn't go to Europe either. You know, the silly, stupid answers. So it is a serious threat when you see data from Germany. There is a very special
I like this guy because he's all data. He's not emotional. He's data, statistics.
committee on the parks in Germany, because you cannot go out after 10 o'clock, because after 10 o'clock there is so many rapes in the parks. They had a summit of police and other services
In Germany.
in Germany, what to do to let girls go out after 10 o'clock. And when I'm trying to bring the data in the Europe,
That's so crazy because, like, I was just thinking too how I would be so afraid to go out drinking today to a bar and, like, uncontrollably drinking. Like, I remember living in Dubai, and there it was like, if I were to get raped, it's my fault. Like, I would go to prison. My friend took a cab to her place, jumped in the front seat, which you're not supposed to do in Dubai. Like, everyone knows, like, sit in the back, don't sit next to the cab driver. It's like that everywhere, but I always was like friends with the cab drivers. Like, I'd sit down and chit chat with them like they're my friend. Not in Dubai. But she, I guess, was drunk enough to not realize she sat in the front. And surely enough, he started doing something with his little guy. So yeah, she was traumatized from it and didn't go out for like 6 months. So yeah, just to
European Parliament, they are furious.
mention that.
They don't want to listen.
But let me ask you, okay, so since 2015, Germany took on the most. If you pull up the statistic data that I just sent
She couldn't complain about it because we were in Dubai.
you, Kelly, I sent you a link in text if you can
Right.
pull it up. The statistic data says that projected number of Muslims by 2050 and right now in 2010 was 4%. They're saying by 2050, which is like 16 years from now, it's going to be around 20%. They're going to go from 4% to 20% is what statistics
It's going to
say.
be more, but okay.
Okay, so let's just say it's 1 out of 5
Yeah.
is going to be 20%. How has that positively impacted Germany? How has that negatively impacted Germany?
I can't see any positives.
No positives.
Like what? They don't pay taxes. They don't want to work. Most crimes.
I see comments on my Instagram from Poles because there's this like really funny guy from Africa who's married to a Polish girl. He's there legally, works, you know, he speaks Polish. Yeah, he's assimilating perfectly to Poland. And now there's the like protests against mass immigration. The key word here is mass. It doesn't work anywhere. Mass. That's an invasion. Immigration, like my parents are immigrants. There was a wave of them, but a little wave back in the late 80s. Maybe all of 80s. I'm not good at history. So now it's just like pumping. Like when I worked for Emirates, we had 500 passengers, okay, almost every day moving to Canada. Like I was bringing them all from Dubai who were connecting from India. Not a single like Canadian, even anyone who's Arabian, not even a single Arabian passenger, all Indian going to Canada. Again, if you're Indian, I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. It's not your fault. And yeah, like I feel for you that you're getting any kind of hate. It's just the system is like the mass immigration is the problem. There's just like no Canadians left to help you assimilate. And yeah, the whole point I'm bringing this up is the man who's married to the Polish woman made a Instagram video of him like seeing this protest, like, get out of Poland, mass immigration, like, no, shut this shit down. And he was like, and he just like made a disappearance of himself, like he turned into thin air. And then people were commenting like, look, you speak the language, you're culturally accepting of us, yeah, like you did everything right, you're working. It's not the immigrants, it's the amount. Like there's Polish guys that I worked with at Emirates who started working at Emirates, and they came to Emirates with their, like, one guy, Polish guy, dating a Moroccan girl since college in Poland. They both got the job in Emirates. So like the whole reason I'm also watching this is I just want to prove that, yeah, Polish people are not racist. We're just very protective of our home.
Committed, percentage-wise, committed by illegal migrants, mainly Muslims. That's the data. So what kind of enrichment?
And why he's so fixated on Muslims is Poland is a Catholic country. Roman Catholic. Like they try to change, I'm not saying they as in the Muslims. In Canada, they're trying to change the system of the Roman Catholics by other scenarios I'm not going to bring up in this one, but you can't change what is written for us in the Bible. No. So, like, even as a Roman Catholic, I can't be Buddhist as well. Like, no, I have to stick to my one religion. So now you're introducing a Muslim religion to a prominently Polish, Catholic country.
It is. I can't see any positives. They ask me. They still trying to picture me and call me Islamophobe.
Wouldn't it be cool if building a website felt like working in your favorite design tool? With Framer?
If that would be non-believer, if that would be a Chinese community or Indian or any other, I would say the same by the data. The data is very, very, very straight.
Very clear.
Most of the, let's say 46% of all crimes committed in Sweden is committed by the Muslims under 18. Under 18. 72%, that's Interior Minister published the data, committed in total by Muslims. How come? If they are 20% of the society, why the over 70% of crimes are committed by Muslims? So when you ask me about positives, I really can't see any.
Why do you think, though? Why do you think that's happening? Is it because, like, when you in 1978, 79, when early 80s, late 70s, when Jimmy Carter was a president, he was going after, human rights, Cuba.
Okay. Another thing. Let's say Poland is not a white country. Let's say Poland is purple people. I would want the purple people to protect their country. Let's rename Poland to another country. Yeah. Let's say China. I would want China to protect its country, its culture. Africa, I want you. Let's say, like, I'm trying to say, if I am a Polish refugee, okay, and I'm fleeing to Africa, we're reversing things here, to Somalia, as some of the immigrants that are mentioned in previous videos that I watched, creating the crimes in Poland. Yeah, just imagine a Polish person is going to Somalia and creating that. I want Somalians to protect themselves. So, yeah, let's sit in that point of view.
You're doing this, and all
Does
of a
that
sudden
make
he
sense?
sends his 125 political prisoners. And
You guys are watching me grow politically. I just get flagged on so many videos that I'm just trying to find something that's not copyrighted, certified.
That's where the movie Scarface, Tony Montana, is it because they're not sending their best? Or why do you think it is?
I'm waiting for this guy's reaction. This guy in the freaking box here. I don't know if I picked the right video, but he's got good stuff to say.
Because they hate us.
Who hates us?
Muslims hate us, and they do not even hide it. There is a very famous video of the guy on the streets in Germany who is having a conversation with the German guy.
Say something, I'm dying to know, man.
And he was like, we are taking over this country. Your daughters will be our slaves, and we will take this country over by the number of children. You don't have a children.
Who said this?
One of the Muslim guys. I'll send you a
Is
link.
this Canada? Because I've seen that if it's Canada.
Maybe it's Canada. Maybe
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
maybe
I've
it's
seen
Canada.
it.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's Canada. But the way of thinking is the same. The mentality.
That shit's scary. I have Muslim friends. Oh my God, we talk about how much we hate Canada, me and my Muslim friends from work. Yeah, it's not them. It's obviously not about them. It's the ones creating the crimes. Muslims are good people. But yeah, there is that video. This is true. But we're not talking about the good Muslims.
Is the same because in Germany, one of the clerics
The majority.
said that they will take over this country by the numbers of children. So if you have a plan, which is called Hijra, right, taking over the land by the numbers, I think it comes from mentality, from the way of, well, you see, in our Christian world, mercy, forgiveness is a very big part of our way of thinking. For them, the most important is revenge.
Hey, real quick, how would you find the answer in all this data?
You get SAHM.
SAHM. Oh, here we go.
The quickest way from a billion points of data to a point of view. SAHM.
Come on.
Game, you're not ready for.
Sorry.
And violence. That's what it is. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but
It's the truth.
all this.
He speaks. Oh my God. But he does what's his name? Oh my God, I'm forgetting. They keep calling Polish leader Kamiński. Oh shit. Co jakie masz imię tutaj? Dominik Tarczyński. Tarczyński Dominik. Yes. So many people love him. With sense.
Calling for terror attacks, for the holy war. We don't have it in our mentality. We know that, but the problem is that politicians are scared to say that out loud. I'm not scared. We know the difference.
Yeah, if you're like him, I love you. I love people who, I am someone who used to stutter and, be constipated in that way too, where I couldn't say my thoughts because I was so scared of the consequences. But I started doing it after Emirates when I flew back to Canada, and you'd be surprised how freaking everyone kind of is on the same boat as you. And I'm talking about Muslims, other Indian civilians. They agree completely, and they want to see change too.
The difference is that we are ready to forgive. We are ready to say sorry. We are merciful. We know that we commit sins, and we are ready to say that we are weak. For them, the most important part of their life is holy war. This is what they do. In many ways. With a knife, with a sword, with the bombs. And it happens throughout the years. I'm not going to go centuries back, but we know what is happening. I was on Al Jazeera. They invited me to have an interview. And obviously they asked me, why do I think that they are a threat? And obviously the guy says that not every Muslim is a terrorist.
That's true. I would say, like, they're not, but there are Muslim terrorists.
Not every Muslim is a terrorist, but
Just like there are white racists.
most of the terrorists are Muslim. It's a fact. So they're trying to reverse the situation and the meaning of the words and the data. Obviously, not every Muslim is a terrorist, but most of the terrorists are Muslims.
Yes.
And that is a fact. So what we need now in this world, what I believe
That's
that
so true.
politicians needs in this world is just
I'll tell you a situation that I had when I was flying from Dubai to Kuwait, okay, in the Middle East. The pilot made an announcement that there's some complication, we're going to be delayed 2 hours. These Kuwaiti women started freaking out and they're like, get me off this plane. Like, I'm afraid there's a bomb on this plane. Like, they were afraid of terrorism. Okay? Kuwait, it's a Muslim country, right? Muslim? How do you spell that? Islam, okay? So this is one of my first few flights, me being like straight out of Canada, not knowing shit about the Middle East, except that I wanted to work for Emirates, like literally. I didn't know anything except what I knew from even 9/11. And I was like, whoa. Like, yeah, I had a very closed mind, but living in the Middle East seriously opened my mind that, like, there's no other choice but to, you get exposed to the truth in Dubai. So Muslims are very peaceful. They don't want terrorism. They don't want wars. So, yeah. But yeah, sadly, the terrorists tend to be from the Islamic faith. And yeah, I got to see firsthand a woman freaking out over it. Islamic woman being afraid of Islamic terrorism.
honesty. Be honest. Say as it is. Do not be afraid. I have this impression that most
I think I don't have friends because I am like him. I say things without being afraid.
of the politicians are afraid of
He agrees. He agrees.
of open discussion, honest discussion. They are
How are we supposed to grow, expand our minds and understanding if we're not discussing things? Like, yeah, say something that you're totally wrong about. Let someone correct you. Let them enlighten you. That's how it should be.
scared that they will be stigmatized by one or the other group. I don't care.
Hopefully you're in good company. Hopefully you won't get castrated for it. Even if you do, that's a learning opportunity.
I really don't. I know how it is. I speak with my neighbors and everyone is just terrified. It's what is happening now is a fear different kind of fears. COVID, they tried to fear the whole world.
Okay, well, he's getting a
lock
little bit
us
off
down.
topic, but I think the main point he's talking about, fear of retaliation, fear of actually speaking your mind, fear of saying the truth. A big part of it is like what we've just discussed that happened recently, where there was like these terror cells, these sleeper cells in the streets of America and the West, and everybody's like, I don't want to fight Israel's war in Iran. I don't want to fight for the Jews. I don't want to die for the Jews. But we have sleeper cells in our society, so stay quiet and don't criticize them.
What are sleeper cells? Guys, you are witnessing me getting into politics. Sleeper. Like, who am I? I would have never imagined I'd be talking to the public internet about my views on politics. Oh. Holy shit. Okay. Now I know.
The Muslim extremists that are moving to this country in mass. I don't want to die for the Jews. I don't want to die for Israel. But we have to be very respectful of all our Muslim friends, because we do have sleeper cells embedded inside of our society that may do terrorist attacks, Islamic terrorist attacks against us if we say anything even slightly critical about Islam or Muslims. I don't want to die for Israel. I don't want to fight for Israel. But we'll have to be very, very extremely respectful of every single Muslim, no matter if they chant death to America, death to Israel, no matter if they chant it for the Houthis, who's on their flag, it literally says death to America, death to Israel, curse on the Jews, Islam is the victory, victory to Islam. It's please don't offend them. But I don't want to die for Israel. It's the ideology. Props to this guy.
I still have to watch a few more videos to like really understand who he is and what his stance is.
I don't know what to say. Me and this guy me and Dominic could not come from further backgrounds, like ethnically, culturally.
Okay, I disagree here. I find that just because we're white, the Polish, our culture is so thick. What is he?
We're probably extremely different human beings, but I had to.
I don't know. Is he Pakistani if he's Muslim? I'm gonna assume he's Pakistani. I think our cultures are the same. Like, obviously not skin color, not, like I feel like they respect the Quran as much as we respect the Bible. We respect our roots, our traditions, our inside jokes within the culture. I'll go as far as that. Random. No, I feel like there's so many similarities between Pakistani and Polish. Even the men, oh my god, don't get mad at me, Polacy, Polachki, but I witnessed firsthand a Pakistani man on a flight, maybe because it was iftar, just like, emotions, angry, like burst into anger and then settled down, was like, okay. Polish men react the same way, angry. Like, there's so many similarities. Even like the whole traditional wife thing. They look for the traditional woman to marry. Polish men too, for the most part. Like, stay at home, cook, take care of the kids. I think it's so similar. So I try to tell people, like, our culture is thick. The Polish culture is thick. People see white, but there is culture there.
Respect what the fuck he's saying. I respect it. Sounds like a man. Sounds like a man who's standing on business. He's not afraid to say the truth. I can only respect it.
Me too.
See you guys in the next one. I love you, Line.
And I respect this guy. I love open minds. Like, it's just so sickening to see how, I mean, not maybe so much these days, but again, like in my high school days, a lot of like, I guess brown people would always pull the "oh, you're racist, oh, it's because I'm brown" card. And it's like, no, it's not. It's human to human. This isn't cool. Okay. I wanted to, yeah, Polish protest. I wanted to touch this. Like, this is happening now. Like, I want to watch something from last weekend, 5 days ago. Dlaczego Europa upada na naszych oczach? Okay, no. Let's watch something English. Okay, let's watch this. It's new. 2 days ago.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done.
It's like convoy. Yeah.
Actually, I've been on this for 50 minutes. Maybe I should do a new video. Let's see how it goes. I kind of wasted my time on that last one, and at least you guys know more about me.
Europe is on edge.
€1 trillion to spend on defense.
Allies have agreed to invest 5% of GDP in defense.
South Korea is set to export K2 tanks to Poland.
For many decades, the US spent the most on its defense. But over the past 10 years, all budgets went up, and now Poland ranks first. They want to build the largest, best-equipped army in Europe, and they have reason to be concerned. They border Ukraine, as well as Russia and Belarus. And if the Baltic states would ever be attacked, their border with Poland would be their only land connection to NATO, inevitably dragging Poland into conflict. They have become the front line of continental Europe's rapid remilitarization. But is their response to pick up arms a necessity for peace, or is it a provocation towards Russia? This is Poland's eastern border with hindsight.
We are in an era of rearmament.
Oh, I've watched his stuff. The Hindsight. I also like him. Am I subscribed? I am. Okay. Surprise. Okay, you know what? This is a very long reaction. It's hitting 1 hour. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to react to what's happening on Poland's eastern border, or we can subject change here. But, you know, I have mentioned a few times I'm Polish, so I thought I'd dig in a little bit and show you guys what kind of Pole I am. Polish Canadian, but I mean up here. You know? Like, is she racist? Is she prejudiced? No. But I will stand for Poland. Don't mess with my Poland, okay? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. Again, I am no politics girl, but just don't mess with Poland. All right, see you tomorrow. I'm gonna make another one, like promised. Maybe this is my little training wheels coming off. We'll see.